Hello guys, so last week we kind of sorted out the wiring in this tractor. I thought I was going to get the microcontroller in the last video, but that didn't happen. So in this video we are going to just install one of my little control boards here in the front of the tractor. So it'll go in there somewhere. Then I'll probably put a battery under there if it'll fit, and we need to have our little radio module as well. I think this plastic front on this, so we shouldn't have much trouble getting the signal out. I think it'll be alright. So that's what I need to do. I actually need to figure out, do I even have a SMD NRF24? Okay, well I found an SMD NRF24 and I stuck it on there. I just used the pins there. Well, they're actually the legs from the crystals that I soldered into all the boards last week. So I just used a bunch of those to hold it in. Hopefully that's gonna work alright in there. I do have a connection on the controller there. I tested it with the controller. I just held the positive and negative wires up to it and I have a connection. So the next thing I need to do is test that I have actual control of the motor driver here, because everything else is going to be fine. It's just connected to the chip, really, the Atmega chip, but the motor driver is connected through the I/O expander, so I have to do a little bit of testing just to make sure that's right. Alright, well here we have the little board installed in the tractor. It was pretty straightforward. I had all the wires ready to go, so I just had to solder them into place. I'm running code very similar to the Impreza code. I just changed the Impreza has a motor for steering, so I just changed the motor to the servo for this, and everything else was the same. So I just wired it exactly the same as I did the Impreza. It's using the same ID as the Impreza, so that's a bit of an issue, but other than that it's pretty good. So let's take a look at the different lights on it here. I'll show you the different controls. In here we just have the controller. I put a connector there so that we can either program it or connect it up to the transmit connection for the trailers and that, because I'm using the same TX as the programming connection here. So maybe in the next design of the board I'll add in an extra pin for the rear connection, so you don't have to do that for the programming and that, because you'd need to disconnect it to program it for this. But anyway, there's nothing much in there. I'll just close down the bonnet on it there and I'll show you the lights. So we'll hit the lights there. We have our lights here in the bonnet, and on the back there that's the dipped lights, and there's the headlights. Probably didn't see that in the camera because it's a little bit dimmer, a little bit brighter because it's a pulse width modulation there. And we have those work lights there, and I'll turn off them, and we have our indicators on the front. So indicators on the back, and we turn on our lights. We have our tail lights, which are actually a bit more like brake lights because they're super bright. Let me hit the light and show you what it's like in the dark. Okay, so you can see the tail lights on there. Knock them off. Indicators, and same on the front. There's our normal headlights, these ones and the ones up there. And that's our work lights. So work lights are a hell of a lot brighter than the rest of it. But I think the model looks pretty cool in the dark there. Pretty much most of these models generally look really good in the dark, even though they don't have that many lights on them. Pretty cool. Could have done with maybe work lights on the back of this model, but I just really wanted to get it done so that I could get on and do a few other projects. So that's another model made. It's very easy when you don't have to do the wiring of the microcontrollers and all of that sort of stuff. When all you're doing is connecting to the little board, it's so much easier. Trying to squeeze the motor driver, and if I'd had to put a I/O expander, it would have been pretty tricky. So the little board really making things easy for me. I mean, once I had the lights tested out there, well, it was about a 2-day gap before I got time to do it, but once I did have time to do it, it only took me about half an hour to actually wire the thing up in the end. because I knew all the lights worked. I knew they were the right currents, so all I had to do was just connect the wires to where they were supposed to go, and that was it. Didn't even have to program it. Used the code from the Impreza. It was pretty much the same. I had a very slight change to make, but that's the whole point of the code and using this board. It's going to make life so much easier for me, hopefully. So that's the Fendt 936 done as much as I want. I'm just going to use it for pulling trailers and that, so I'll be getting power from the trailer and controlling stuff. Probably be pulling something like a silage trailer or a dump trailer. That'd be the plan. If I could get the cane trailer finished, that'd be ideal. I'm planning to use another one of these boards in it, and pulling that behind this Fendt, I think it would look pretty good. So if you liked that video, make sure and hit the like button, and as always, if you have any comments or suggestions, let me know below the video or head on over to the forum. And I think that's pretty much everything, so thanks very much for watching.